Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday. What a beautiful morning to be alive. Boy, I've been having some real challenges with the last couple nights, just getting to sleep, staying asleep, and must be full moon fever. I've been flowing a lot of my waters during the night and been producing bunches, and um, I finally I get up and then I go back and then I finally get some sleep. So I feel rested now. So yesterday I was talking about, big pharma and, all of that. But there's another side of this that's also really critical. Now, I know that I have people that watch this that are all over the earth, and I appreciate that. And a lot of people in other countries, most all of the industrial countries all have universal health care, single payer. And so it's not even a thought or an issue, but it's a debate in here in the US. And it continues because it is a criminal operation. It is being hijacked completely. And it's not only big pharma, this is the insurance companies as well, and the Wall Street banksters, these are criminal operatives. And so this debate continues. It goes on, and how we're going to have bipartisan support, and we're going to discuss this and debate this and continue to jerk off the American public so that they can just keep dropping people off the doles. The intent is to basically rob people of their dignity, their well-being, their rights. I mean, this all falls into the eugenics program as well. It's basically just squeezing the life out of the population, and it's really a tragedy in action. We're supposedly the wealthiest country on the earth, and the resources are just being hijacked. It really is. I mean, we had the Occupy Wall Street several years ago, which basically got crushed by the club wielding goons, that support the corporate mafia. Obama just sent in, the head bashers to bust up the movement. Now, what that movement was all about was to identify the criminal activities of the 1% who have, basically ruined life here for the majority of all people. They've expanded the prison population in a huge way, and this goes back to like Clinton. They deregulated all of the regulations, which started way back with Reagan. And anybody who thinks that Obama was a great president needs to rethink that, because he was like George Bush on steroids. He took us from 2 wars to 7 wars, plunged us deeper into a problem. So we are facing some serious concerns in this country about the well-being of the people. Now, the reason I suggest all this is because most people are dependent on some kind of healthcare system in order to feel safe, in order to feel secure. Now, I've had that luxury because I was on disability. I've had healthcare coverage for several years now because I fell into the under class. And because I wasn't a part of the middle class or the upper class or the 1%, I was provided some basic needs. And so I'm grateful for that, but that doesn't help any of the other people. And that's why Drinkin P has been a astonishment, because when I went in for my physical on my birthday a couple weeks ago, my doctor, checked it all out, and he goes, well, I guess I'll see you in a year, which is meaning that, I am perfectly healthy and good to go. Then I have to have a yearly physical in order to qualify myself for these benefits. Now, Um, I'm taking care of myself. Now, I appreciate having health care because if I hurt myself in a different way, if I get injured, break bones, need stitches, things of this nature, well, I am, certainly going to utilize those services. But I don't go there for any of the simple ailments that I used to because I'm handling it with my urine. I'm totally handling it. I mean, even the simplest things, like if I wake up and my hip is sore from sleeping or whatever, I drink my pee and it's gone in moments. It's just wild how it works. The urine is just like the perfect antidote and remedy for just about anything you can imagine that ails you outside of, broken bones and having, serious big cuts and things of that nature. I mean, there's lots of reasons why people run to the doctor that could be handled if they just drank their pee. It's really simple like that. And it's really it's a shame. It is. We have a country that, now here's the thing, is that all the people that make these big decisions about all of the people, they have universal health care. These guys get health care for life and the best, and they get paid for life. All of the decision makers, man, once they're in the congressional house or the House of Representatives, they get paid for life. Health care for life. Do you think they really give a shit about the little guy? No, they don't. What they care about is filling their pockets. And their donors are the ones who are guiding the show. It's not our politicians. They don't guide anything. They are just mouthpieces for the donors, and the donors are the mobsters, the banksters, the gangsters that run the insurance companies and the Wall Street gambling casinos. It's just pilfered our American system and our country. It's taken it to its knees. And where do they put the money? Oh, we can't afford universal health care because we want to put $56 billion more towards the defense budget, which takes it up into the hundreds of billions of dollars a year. We're spending all this money to invade countries instead of protect our own. We're killing people, and that seems to be the objective. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, the overall goal of these people is to reduce the planet's population by 90%. That is written. That is a goal. It's really something, isn't it? You know, is this a great country or what? Not. And it's almost embarrassing. So when people try to defend, why are our troops still in Afghanistan? They're protecting poppy fields. That's what they're really doing. It's the heroin and opiate trade that's being supported over there. It's just ridiculous. We're robbing resources and killing people. That's what our whole military objective is. It's not to bring democracy anywhere. We don't have any democracy in this country. It's a hypocrisy. It's a complete demise. Everything that this country was founded on was built on false information and bullshit. And we have bought it. It's filled in our history books. It's in every corner of our consciousness. And it is shoved down our throat by the mainstream day in and day out. So if you're still watching TV, if you're really buying into any of this and all of this that we are being fed, well, I hope you wake up sometime because we are reaching critical mass. It is. It's a really crazy, crazy time in this country. But, the truth will set us free. If people don't wake up and stand up, they're going to pay for it. And they're really going to pay for it. So I encourage people, hey, if you want to be healthy, drink your pee. It helps. It does. It really, it turns things around. I know this only because of my own personal experience. I have a true testimonial that is bar none, just it's a real deal. And I'm just one of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. You join groups, there's thousands of us out there. There's people that have turned their lives totally around, totally taken control of their bodies and totally taken control of their health. They quit buying into the logic that, hey, as long as I can get a big beer and eat a pizza and have my wings and watch my football game, then life's good. Bullshit. You're just ignoring the inevitable, and we all need to wake up. So I know this seems a little heavy this morning. I mean, even I was finishing up the Water of Life book last night, and even in the last back end chapters, John Armstrong talks about all of this, hijacking. And that book he's talking about at the turn of the century. So they knew it then. They knew it in the early 1900s, what was happening with this whole allopathic system, how it was working and how it was being guided away from natural medicines and naturopathics. They were discrediting and killing off the naturopathic ideas and doctors back then. They made it illegal back then. That's when they made it illegal to make claims that you could even cure cancer or any of these others, because there's always been a lot of money in radiation and chemotherapy. Chemotherapy costs millions, and our system is set up to create cancer. That's the system: the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the environment in which we live. It's causing cancer, diabetes, obesity. It's created for a reason. All the truth and cures are there to make a happy, healthy populace of people that could be way more creative, way more productive, and helpful to guide people into a greater consciousness and better health. But that's not how the control dominance works. It's not. So, anyway, I've been, sorry, I've been a little heavy here, but I really want to, kind of wake and shake, people up a bit. It's important. It's time. So, with all that being said, my little soapbox, I wrote this piece last night, and I'm going to share it with you now. And it is entitled, "It's All About Money." The argument continues about healthcare for all, which is a moot point when we stop thinking small. It's all about money. Who siphons the wealth? The ones who control this care little about health. They are all covered to do as they please. That's why I'm inspired to talk about P. There are only two remedies that cure your disease that you can provide that's totally free: urine and fasting, along with fresh air and a good dose of sun when, oh, wait a minute. Oh boy, I jumped ahead. Okay. There are only two remedies that cure your disease that you can provide, and it's totally free: urine and fasting get the job done, along with fresh air and a good dose of sun. When people wake up and start drinking their pee, they quickly find out what others don't see. We have the power to control our own fate by drinking our urine and stop the debate. So, there it is. Full of it this morning, huh? Oh well. It's the way it rolls. I just do this on a roll. I don't do any edits. So, take it or leave it. But know this: I love you dearly. And I really hope that you can keep your peace together and spread love and peace to all. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And boom, you've just been loved. So, bye for now.